is happening, everybody? What's going on? Andy, Chris, what's up, gentlemen? Thank God it's Friday.
What's up?
TGIF, man. Rolling Thunder. Right? What episode are we on today?
This is 23. We made it to 23. Lucky 23. I don't know the number 23. I guess if you watch the, what's the freaking, I can't think about it now. Adam Sandler movie? Not Adam Sandler, freaking. It's the number 23, the horror movie.
We got Michael Jordan, too. You know, that's a good number, 23, you know.
Valid. But yeah, so I figured we'd talk about SEMA cars this week. We saw some cool stuff. You know, maybe some innovative stuff. I saw some different stuff. I don't know about you guys. And then shoot the breeze on car audio. Maybe talk about some of these new vehicles and installs on them, maybe, potentially, and just go from there. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Donovan in for clutch. That Jim Carrey movie. Boom, boom.
Jim Carrey's that guy.
Yeah, I like him, though. He did a couple of serious roles, you know, that took him. Showed him not to be just a comedian.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do on Halloween? Did you do anything fun? No? What's up?
I actually spent a week in Miami with my family.
Yeah.
Finally got some vacation time, and oh man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We didn't do nothing out of the formality, but it was fun. We did some sightseeing.
Oh, wow.
Mostly spent some time with the family.
Heck
Awesome.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. You guys had, Andy, you had like a whole display thing going on in your house and stuff. How'd that go?
Yeah, I figured, you know, it's our first year actually handing out candy. Usually we're the trick-or-treaters. This time we were giving out the candy, so I figured might as well put on a little smoke show and some lights, you know. I like that kind of stuff. And just messing with fog machines. They're pretty cool. I always wanted one, and it was a great excuse to do so. But we had a nice turnout, and it was fun. It definitely was. So.
Heck yeah, man. I went to a car show. They hosted a show at the Power Rock headquarters. I threw the other amp on the truck. I'm Windy Boy now. It's freaking awesome sauce. And then just went home after that.
I seen your little front going a little bit there too,
yeah,
like
bro,
how mine does, you know.
Yeah. I can do that. That was with my front doors open though. Both doors open. That's not out the window or anything.
Oh, both doors open, bro.
It has. I'm not even joking. It has to have the doors open or both windows down or both front doors open for it to even be windy at all.
Right. Yeah, you got to. Gotta let that wind escape.
Gotta breathe, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so huge chassis. Chris, did you finish your sound edge and stuff on the front doors? You got all that? How's that like now?
Yes. I actually got all that done already. I need to drop the headliner and do the roof. Got some like the sun visor panels. They're vibrating and stuff, but it's little by little, man. It's too much to do all that one day.
Oh, for sure. It adds up time for sure. And then you're like, you fix one vibration or rattle and another one pops up.
It never ends. Like it's like you have to do like everything to get,
I'm at
Screws
the point now
start
where I'm
undoing themselves and everything, man. It's real. And then your heat shields start vibrating, and then you got to take them off.
Same thing here. I'm at the point of 9 now where I'm ruining my dashboard. Like it's literally just making this terrible racket where it's like all the mounts are broken and stuff like that. And it's just like, sweet. It's not so bad when you're parked. It's when you're driving it's bad.
Right. When it's your daily, it's oh no.
Chris, your internet's kind of breaking up already, buddy. I don't know if it's anybody else noticing.
Oh
yeah,
man.
he's breaking up a little bit.
Already. Jesus.
You just got to turn your rabbit ears up, just twist them a little bit, get a little better reception. You'll be all right. There you go. See?
Yeah, that'll fix it. I collaborated together. I pulled these from oh wow, I'm already catching it. No, it's not, Michelle. But no, some photos from SEMA of some pretty cool stuff. We can go ahead and talk about it. I've got a couple of them gathered together. I gathered these across my friends and stuff across Facebook. So taking and anybody sees them, I'm not janking anybody's photos. They're just stuff we saw cool. I'm a fan of this freaking Maverick, dude. Slammed Maverick with a front, looks like a Mustang SVT front lip on it or something along those lines, like a 03, like a SN95 Cobra front spoiler. I can't tell. Michelle would know. Michelle, is that a freaking SN95, like the one they put on the Taurus's front lip?
That's awesome. So that's the 2023, I'm guessing, for like the next.
They're launching.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a Mach 1 lip. That's what I thought it was. I saw.
Okay, like the
yeah,
Mustang.
the Maverick
Mach
is nice. Yeah, it is nice.
This thing has a wicked rear wing on it too. You can't really tell
Oh,
about the
look
back.
at that! Wow.
Yeah.
The wheels really make it look futuristic too.
Yeah, it looks rally sporty, even if it's lame though. I think it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah. I So that was pretty
That
neat.
thing's cool looking.
I want to buy one. I think it'd be a great daily because it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a modern Ranger, where it's like a cheap entry level pickup.
I was gonna say it looks like a Ford Ranger. You know,
Yeah.
it's got that size of truck. It's
Smaller
not an
than a
F-150. Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those Subaru Bajas. You know, like how it was like a car truck thing, El
Oh, for
Camino.
sure. I think it'd be a wicked
Yeah, it's
deal.
built on a car platform.
Oh, you know, I
Wow.
thought that was a Mach 1 lip, but if you see it from the front on this one, that's a big freaking splitter on the front.
Oh yeah, that's for all that downforce, man. You know what I mean?
That EcoBoost 2.3 has to have it, dude. Has to have it. I was looking at this one. It's a freaking mystery machine, obviously. There's some cool stuff going on, though. It's got, like, fucking dually wheels on it. And all kinds of stuff going on. That's pretty neat.
Row, Shaggy.
Yeah, my great-grandfather, man. What's going on, DIY audio guy?
Justin.
My great-grandfather had one of these in the front of his house when I was a kid, and it was like straight up 70s shag as it could be. It was blue, not like, it was a little bit darker blue than this, like a navy blue, but it had like shag carpet on the inside, had a wire wheel, like a spool on the inside, flipped as a table in the back. We would
That's
just hang
cool.
out on it. Had like a ladder you can get on the roof. Thought that one was neat. What about this?
That's awesome. Wow. That looks like Johnny Five just carved this shit. You know what I mean? Look at those tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing these track things. Yeah, mini trucks are coming back, bro, for show. I saw these tracks like a decade ago on like Hummers and stuff like that. I saw like early YouTube promo videos. It seems like it'd be crazy to come along. It's actually just like a gear design. I think it's pretty neat, but I don't know. What about that GTR in the back there, that airbag GTR?
Ooh.
Oh,
That
man.
didn't even look like a GTR with the wide body kit and it being slammed like that. It looks like a
Yeah.
350Z or something.
I love it.
Yeah, like a
Those things-
G37 or something.
Yeah, Infinity.
Look at the metal stuff they got for the rack, though. It's all custom fab. They got like a tank in the back. Like the more you look at this Jeep, the crazier it gets.
Yeah, they got a lot of sheet metal on that thing.
Yeah.
They got a pop-up tent on the top. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
you away
pretty
from the
nice.
bears while you're hiking.
Yeah,
Those look like
I mean,
double tracks too.
It is double tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got some footprint
That's
too.
crazy.
Yeah. What do you like? It's like I'm not asking. I'm telling. I'm gonna drive over it or through it. I don't care.
That's what you need to drive on the roads of Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? They're terrible, so you need some traction. That looks awesome.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, that's
Potholes are
pretty crazy.
terrible.
What's happening, Jeff?
Yeah, we got some
The,
people up in the chat. That's what's up.
Another one. It's got the dually wheels. I don't know if those are adapters or what. It's got like a big block Chevrolet motor in it. I don't think there's a fastener that can't be broken loose on this thing. You think they got enough WD-40 here going on or what?
Hey, at least it won't rust anymore, right?
Touche. You're just taking
That's
wiper
cool.
down every once in a while.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's
snap,
awesome.
We got 14.4 in the house. I think they're at like 6
Oh, yeah.
volts right now. And
Quick
I'm
question:
an
you guys
86
can
guy.
hear the music, right?
I
Okay,
like
perfect.
That. Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay, my thing was
The,
just flaring at me. But
That's
it's
not-
working, so it's like that check engine light in your car. You just don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is actually some pretty complex stuff going on here. So this is a freaking a 20 valve. So I'm an A86 guy. I've actually had a white. I think I've shown a white paint in the car just like this, everything like that. I have mad respect for this guy. He's got some good Torino stuff going on. He's got some pretty hard to find parts on it, but I love that he stayed 4 AGE and it's got a 20 valve motor with ITBs, all that stuff. So that's probably a 20 valve engine. It might even
Yeah.
but so they stayed the stock engine family came in the Corolla, so it's pretty freaking tight. I'd love to have another 86 one day. The thing is, though, they went from, in my time of being a car guy, they were $1,000. That's a Corolla, A86 Corolla. They went from being a $1,500 car to freaking 10 grand for a Corolla now, if not
Right.
more.
It's crazy because like they're not that fast.
Well, that's what a lot
But
of
they're
people underestimate. It's like drift, initial D and all that stuff. You're like, bro, I'm telling you, it's saying you get a GTS. If you get an SR5 or something like that, you're getting like a 1.6 carbureted, open differential, a base model Grand Mal car that you're not going to drift in. A
Right.
stock one, you're still getting a 106 horsepower Toyota Corolla. Like, you're not getting some race drift machine off the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
No, I remember
Yeah.
when, I'm a big RX-7 guy, and I remember when the second gen RX-7s were going. I picked my second gen for $500.
Breaking up.
$500, and now you can't get a clean shell for less than $5 or $6 grand.
Yeah, for especially if you're FC or FD, bro. Yeah, a Turbo 2 car, especially something like that,
FC,
pulling retarded money. Yeah, retarded money.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Mustang 2s. This is the most insane Mustang 2 I've ever seen in my life.
That is clean.
Yeah, it's insane.
Wide body kit too, or something like that.
Oh, it's definitely wide. She's thick. It's got a newer Mustang, like an early 2000 when they first did the redesign, front bumper on it. It looked like they cut it down.
I like
Actually,
that
looks
full
like-
frame that's in there too that they added.
Yeah, if you actually look at it, that's a whole like a 06, 05 Mustang fender and bumper.
Right. It's like the throwback ones, but yet not. I wasn't a real big fan of those Mustangs. I liked the 2000s and up to 2003 or 4, and then obviously the new ones are they're badass,
Well, they were cool when they came out, when like Transformers came out.
Yeah.
We got some audio stuff going on. We got Ramondo outside showing his butt.
Ooh.
We got some crazy
Heck
stuff
yeah.
going on. This is the Base God 773. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware there's a lot of audio at SEMA this year. But he's got the 8Ks on each of his on 2 pair of subs. There's a nice, lovely lady at the doors.
Oh, look at them speakers! Wow,
those
really?
rugged audio
Wow,
doors.
those speakers those are nice speakers. You
Yeah,
know?
very nice speakers. Yeah, she looks like a nice lady.
Yeah.
Drew Jones build. They're killing it.
Is that Drew's build or no? That's
I'm sorry, Stephen
Duncan.
Yeah,
Duncan.
Stephen Duncan. Drew Jones they towed it out there. Drew Jones is manning the thing right there. There's obviously Stephen Duncan right there, but she just became a grandfather today. Congrats to that guy. I don't know if either of you guys ever seen this thing in person, but I couldn't sit in it. I watched Drew Jones sit in it and just like it was nothing, just sitting there like full tilt. I'm like, Jesus Murphy.
Well, you
Like,
kind of
go
know
away
where to
from-
sit in it, where not to sit in it, especially with probably the doors open or something like that, or you're hanging out where a lot of people are doing the hair tricks. It's not as
Yeah.
much pressure; it's more wind. But if you sit in like that corner section,
no,
man,
dude,
that's where
he
you're
was-
like,
Yeah, he wasn't in this corner. This door was closed. He was sitting right here, just straight.
Okay,
face
so
it could be.
not
It's
not
still
too
pretty-
bad.
Dude, it was
yeah.
still pretty loud right there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Madness in there.
Yeah, it's insane.
Jesus.
I saw this
Definitely got
van
some pro.
first at Bayou Showdown last year. Even the back is insane.
I love his theme. I love
Yeah.
like the turquoise.
Pretty great. Heck yeah.
And what amps are those? Are those salts or what is
I
that?
don't know what amps he's running. Just being genuine with you.
Look like
good
15,000 watt amplifiers, each one of them.
They're probably insane. What about that C-Max bank? They're freaking insane. It's sitting there with multiple alternators just to take and feed that bad boy. But they demo it, man. They take and I don't know how they do it, but that thing gets demoed whole shows. They'll take and they bring extra subs just in case, and swap them out when they're there. Freaking keep on going.
People sleep on
Crossfire
C-Max
16Ks.
too, man. They're nice. They you can demo for a decent amount of time with whatever you got with those
Yeah.
C-Max lithiums. I've seen it.
The shout out to Cortez for taking in
Crossfire 16Ks.
yeah, which means that's pretty insane. That's a lot of power right there.
That's what my friend Joby has. He had 3 of them, and he's doing like 65s on 318s. It's 43 hertz. I mean, it's loud. It's loud.
Yeah, RVH. They had there's actually a lot of different designs for rotary engines, and there was in motorcycles. They tried them in aviation, a lot of stuff. The biggest thing was until they got into rotaries, the 12A, the 13B, with Mazda redesigning the Apex seals, is when they became actually like pretty much automotive certified. When they were in motorcycles and things along those lines, they weren't really known for reliability.
Right. Yeah, my dirt bike has a rotary.
Oh
setup.
snap! That's
Yeah, the
sick.
2-stroke 79 I got. Yeah, it's
Is that
rotary.
pretty sick?
Oh, it's fun. Heck yeah, man. Yeah,
How does it
it's
sound?
it's a putter bike, but it still like winds out, like a 2-stroke.
Yeah,
I didn't really get
that's
to run it. I actually had to take it back because I wanted him to fix the oiler, and I needed to put on an OEM petcock because the Chinese one I got, I guess they're junk, and they break pretty easily. So we're gonna have one shipped from Japan that's OEM, and have that put on there because I started to run out of fuel on it. It would start spiking, you know what I mean? It'd start revving up real high.
Oh,
So,
wow.
but it runs,
Luckily,
it's
you
it's
can't
nice.
over-rev it though, so luckily.
Right.
So something about just taking.
Actually, you
a
can
$500,000
over rev
car.
it. Trust
Oh,
me.
oh yeah. Yeah, I think
Touche.
about 6,000
Touche.
RPM. It's not a high revving bike. It's really meant for trails. You know what I mean? Like going on a trail, then you can jump right back on the road and go home. You know, that's kind of what it was for.
Yeah, the rotary, the Renesis engine was a failure. But the dude, I had a half bridge 13B. We would bounce off fuel cut at 11,000 RPM and just fire out the back, pop, 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 like flame out of it. The any rate, on this guy though, something about taking a $500,000 car, lowering it even more, throwing wheels on it, just does it for me. Like,
What is that? A Saline or is that a McLaren
McLaren.
F1? A new one.
F1,
Yeah, it's
it's probably
McLaren.
like the
Heck
McLaren
yeah.
Ps. I don't know what model it is. There's so many of them.
I love like the F1, the 94, where you sat in the middle,
Yeah,
the iconic one. I don't know. I think cool.
the thing's insane though. That's a lot of money right there. It's close to $1 million
Right.
bucks.
Hey, when you got a lot of money, you know what I mean? It's like, well, what can I do with all this money? Stuff like
Yeah.
this.
What about John Robbie's
Oh,
GTR out there?
R35.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the car's insane. It's on bags.
Tricked out.
Got them
Tricked
four
out.
wheels on it. Yeah, beautiful car. Dude did an insane job on it. You know, they do the sky high stuff. They do the work, man. It's fucking nuts.
I like that lip he has for the trunk. That's a whole
the
trunk
rear
piece.
the lower
yeah.
balance. Yeah, the balance. It's sick.
Oh, those two.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's a stock bumper that's been modified.
right. Right.
Because this
Heck
is
yeah.
trimmed out. Because this, I'm pretty sure this is a stock bumper panel, and they customized it. It's probably a wide body kit to do that. Because probably
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
Army
rear
color.
diffuser too many places.
Yeah, I get to see a lot of GTRs, man, because I have Forged Performance, and if you look them up, they're like a huge thing with GTR Performance forged in my route. So I see race car GTRs all the time, but you never get to see stanced ones or anything like that. They're like 2,000 plus, 3,000 horsepower drag cars I get to see, but as far as cool decked out ones, never.
Right.
This is the Sky High tow rig. Not only that, this crazy dually SEMA truck that's air ride and all that stuff, or
Damn.
any lift. But it's a SEMA
Squat.
truck that they freaking drove there with product and stuff. And yeah, John's a GTR is sick. Yeah, this thing is pretty nuts. How about?
Well, that one's
the
squatting,
DeLorean?
Andy, because of the trailer. Not. It's not really a squatted truck.
I thought he was
I
from
guarantee
South
you that.
Carolina or
Hey, I don't want to hear it.
one of
My-
you Georgia guys. You know?
No.
Dude, my excursion squats because the audio in the back, not because I lowered it. Okay.
But it just happens
Yeah.
to do that, you know. Yeah.
People are like, oh, squatted.
My
I'm like, no, I
Mazda
promise.
squatted. If you want to get technical.
Yeah.
I love this DeLorean. Yeah, my dude Steve posted it, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is a cool DeLorean. I seen the SEMA post, and I was like, wait a minute, Skeptic Innovations, or not Skeptic Innovations, but his company, and I'm like, wait a minute, you did this? He's like, yeah, I did the lights. I'm like, dude, that is awesome. And I got a thing for DeLoreans, you know, they're cool.
I love DeLoreans. Yeah. This is insane. It's
That
probably
one.
the
That's a
craziest
twin
DeLorean I've
turbo
ever seen.
DeLorean. Just
Yeah.
like
Cool. And so, actually a fast DeLorean.
I bet you it is.
yes,
Hit
it actually
88 real
gets to
fast.
88 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I would love to see have an LS DeLorean or something like that. I would ruin just like anything else. There's so many of these 80s cars that could be decked out cool like this, but it's like, why leave it stock? Dude, this thing's a complete utter turd that you can get parts for. They blow head gaskets naturally without beating on them, stuff like that. So it's like, make this thing freaking cool. This guy
Right.
did it.
Yeah, there's plenty of replicas out there already, you know, and stock.
Yeah. The thing on that's cool is like a guy preached to me when I was a kid, man. It's like custom doesn't come in a box. So like this guy made a one of a kind DeLorean, man. It's insane. He didn't do another freaking Back to the Future kit car or something like that.
Right. Yeah, they're a dime a dozen, really. I've seen some really done up ones nice. Recently, like 3 months ago, they made a big post. I forget what YouTube channel it was, but they had Doc Brown and Marty. They literally built a perfect replica of the DeLorean, and they gave it to
I would
Marty.
appreciate that. Yeah, I would appreciate that. I would check it out for sure. But let's be realistic. If we went to a DeLorean meet, it's gonna be like more crappy Back to the Future knockoff cars than you probably can believe.
Right. No, that
And
is
you can buy
pretty cool.
This one
Yeah.
will definitely stand out.
Heck yeah, especially those taillights are insane.
I'm surprised no capacitor company, you know, Rockford Fosgate or Boss or whoever makes capacitors, you know, come out with one called the flux capacitor. You know what I mean? Or spell it
Yeah.
a different way, but still be the same thing. So people buy it just because.
And yeah, I have Jeff. I was looking for good photos of it earlier. I'll pull it up now. The bloodbath build that Gately has out there now, it's pretty insane.
I don't know if I've seen that yet.
It's pretty. I love the port in this box because it's got an acrylic port, and you can see through it, obviously. So
You're right. That's his thing. At least from what I know Bobby Gately for.
yeah, I'm trying to find photos of it. I didn't find. I saw a bunch of pictures of the outside of it for the SEMA post. Here we go. That's not it.
So Chris, how you been? Still doing installs at Best Buy?
I've
I've been
Everything all
good, bro. Yeah. I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. I just got back to work today.
That's awesome.
Yes. It
Oh,
was
look at
a.
that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Oh my-
insane.
Now, what are those Wolframs?
It's B2.
B2. That's cool.
Yeah, and the more I see B2 product, man,
Yeah.
the more nuts the stuff is. They make great stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to get it over here. At least, it's not a well-known name unless you're competing.
Sky high.
Right. I know whenever I first started going to lanes, I would see B2 amps, B2 subs, big ass ports. They were one of the loudest systems out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're doing good in their class.
One thing I'm really interested to see in those, and I really want to see more of the Gately audio subwoofers, man. Those Gately subs are freaking insane.
I know people keep asking me about those, and I have no recollection on them, or never really checked out their tile small parameters, or just taking a look at them.
For sure.
So Gately's making subs now himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll pull them up. They're beautiful drivers too. We'll just go to Sky High Audio website real quick. I'll plug in. Much notice where the subs are available. And pull it up easy. Gately subwoofers. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Go. Look at this 12 Alpha.
That's beefy.
Yeah, it's a freaking beautiful driver.
Carbon dust cap, probably
Look at that.
2-inch high roll surround. That looks just like the
Jesus.
same basket from the B2, just black.
Could possibly be.
Wow, and look, that's got a huge amount of space
that
for
honking motor.
cooling for the woofer.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, like it's
Yeah, you
got
can see the whole coil sticking out.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Yeah, the coil is cooling, the honking motor on the back of it. She's got some throw, so that's
Triple
probably,
stack.
Yeah, it's probably triple stack for the excursion. If I had to guess, she's got some throw.
Oh yeah, she needs
Yeah.
it.
That's the 12. All of them are freaking nuts, man. Here's the 8. The 8's just look at that. Look at that thick.
That's a
coil.
beefy little 8, man.
Yeah, dude. Look at the dust cap.
Jesus.
Carbon. Look at that.
They're definitely gonna want some power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet you that just throws ham. Just coming out.
That's
there, just
pretty.
gets-
I like the leads he has on there and the push terminals. Or are they? Wait, you can do
Those are direct
both.
leads. Yeah, you can do either one.
That's nice. That's nice.
I bet you that in one of those 4.8 truck boxes will be disgusting.
Yeah, well, freaking, what's his face? I'm hating. I can't think of his name. The guy that's on all the shows, Byron. He just got a Gately truck box and like 4.8s or 4.10s. But yeah, that thing's crazy. You know those
That's-
passing excursions. Look at that spacing, dude. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Heck yeah.
The 6. How about that? Here we go. Boom. 6.5. I mean, like, somebody's gonna catch a charge. Like, somebody, like, 4 of these 6.5s. What is, I mean, like, it's probably equivalent to over 212s for sure.
About the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Nuts. I didn't mean to just ramble on about the Gately stuff, but
No, that's cool. Yeah. I
No,
see that
that's
6.5. It said 400 RMS or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a 6.5-inch speaker. That's smaller than this, and this is an 8. That's even
Yeah.
smaller. That's just a lot of power.
It's nuts. I'm gonna pull up Byron and we talk about the truck stuff real quick because his install came out the same. Yeah. So, do you guys think SEMA as a whole? Do you think you saw anything innovative, anything crazy, anything that we didn't bring up or anything, or no?
I didn't get to see too much online. I know they have like the inside where you can check out all the new equipment and all the tech stuff. I would like to see that. I need to see
I'm
more.
sure. I was hoping Casey would be able to join this one. He obviously has first-hand experience.
I
Yeah.
think the Maverick is going to be something fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Be all
nuts.
into it.
It should be better than the new Ford Mustang SUV, whatever they got going on now.
You can't really see it, but
Yeah, the Tundra
Byron got
box.
the Gately truck box. Yeah, the thing is insane.
I got a Tundra. Throw it right
on
in
audio
there.
control.
That's nice.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
I like how he used the entire back of the cab, though, to get the airspace that he needed. That's almost what you kind of got to do.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're building under the seat.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of those guys, they don't think about going up and slim with it. Like, airspace is airspace.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, guys,
Yeah,
want to know
that
a fun
SEMA
fact? I have
seems cool,
yet to get. I have yet to get a demo in an actual SPL vehicle.
Oh,
What's the loudest system that you heard, roughly?
You want to laugh? Sadly, mine.
What's that?
Sadly, my vehicle is the loudest one that I've heard.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Keep it that way, because then you'll enjoy it a little bit longer without having to upgrade.
That's exactly what happened the other day. I gave my buddy Grant a demo. He sounded great. Like, I was giving a hard time the other day. He got his front soundstage. We were talking about it, and he was like, we demoed mine wreck. He's like, my bass is going to suck now. So I'm like, sorry, buddy. Sorry.
I could turn that gain up just a little bit. I got some headroom. Yeah. There we go.
Oh yeah, no,
That's crazy, though,
I haven't gotten into that realm yet. I have to go to a show or something and get a demo done.
Right.
For sure.
And,
Man,
and you got the two Kicker Comp Q15s on the 2400, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a decently loud setup. You know what I mean? Because I think
sure
you still have the
40s at least.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because you have what? Those in the sealed box still, or did you throw them in a ported, firing forward? Or I forget what you did.
I'm still sealed, firing forward.
Okay. Yeah, because you got that clean system. Otherwise, I'd say you could fire it around, gain a little bit. But until you build a box that you want to get closer to spec of whatever you're trying to achieve, then I'd just hold off. But I mean, even firing in, you're still going to be pretty loud. Especially with all the power you got. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, you're probably 143, 44, 45.
I haven't even metered it, so I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Does your nose start to like shake a little bit? You know?
I feel like my nose didn't shake.
Oh, that's the screen, dude. The camera.
I love it when I breathe in and then my nose, it's like flapping a little bit. You know?
The excursion.
I feel it in my beard a little bit.
Okay, so you're hitting them 30s. You're hitting them 30s. That's when you get the beard, you know?
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. Yeah, definitely check out some shows around you. I mean, you can go to mecca.com, and they have all of each state, area, get an idea, or let me know and I can find something for you. At least Mecca-wise, unless you're up here in Team SPL territory. Up in PA,
Florida shows for sure. When I go to a Florida show, I'm gonna drag your ass out there, Chris. I'm just straight up with you.
All right, I will. You tell me, hey, you're coming.
Yeah, like, hey, dude, I'll give you plenty of notice in advance. But like, Chris, you set it aside. You're going to the show. You'll have a good time, man. We're taking all those shows are crazy. You'll be hooked, man. And not even on the meter side of it. I love the demos. I love giving demos. Love getting demos. It's a whole different experience.
Right. I think that's the best part. You know, metering is fun. It's nice to know your score. It's nice to be competitive. But why we do what we do is because we enjoy it. And to share that with someone else there's nothing better. Yeah.
The demo thing really is like, hey, come experience this with me. We both love music. I want you to check this out. You know what I mean? And we can be at the show, and it would literally be a lineup, cars next to each other. It could be like your car, Chris, next to Cookie Monster, next to Drew Jones' truck, and there's 3 different total experiences there on how you listen to music. 2 different bills.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my car is definitely more geared towards SQ.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because you got.
I like my bass, but.
Yeah, because you got a nice front stage. You got that like sub actually in your kick panel, and then you got Q series in your doors and stuff?
In the front passenger footwell, I got the 10-inch sub, and then I got the Qs in the doors. I got 3 IQ amps I got to throw in. I'm gonna do it either way up front. So there's things to be done.
Always. Never done. I want to add some marine speakers on the front of my car, So when I'm like coming up to a show and I'm bumping, you hear my music a little bit more. I think that's cool, but you know what I mean? You almost have to have a switch for that.
Please don't do that.
Hey, they do it for like dueling demos. You know, they literally have their speakers firing out their hood or out the side of their car or down to the ground, and it makes sound.
Yeah, at the last show I was at last weekend, there was a great dude. I've never heard a single vehicle that had good sounding speakers on the exterior of the vehicle, as far as like where they drive up on you. This guy pulled up, had like a full like three-way setup pretty much in his freaking grill of this Tahoe, and like had rear firing ones at the back bumper, like tucked down like marine speakers. And I'm not gonna lie, like full range this thing coming up, and I was like, is this crazy right now? Is this real life? And it worked.
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Long as it's not a stunt wall.
Because they usually sound horrible when they have the speakers on the outside, but to get them sounding good outside firing words, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, think about it. Just cram some marine speakers in there. You know what I mean? It's usually some crappy paper cone pro driver that's been rained on for 3 years. That shouldn't be in there anyway.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll get to it. I got a few more plans before. Absolutely.
You got any amp dynos coming up? What you working on?
I'm gonna do the Sound Digital next. Sound Digital 800.4.
Oh,
But
sick.
before I do that amp dyno, I'm probably gonna try to do, long as weather permits, I'm gonna try to meter that dual system that I have. I'm finally gonna get to it. I've been so busy with Halloween and then this dirt bike, driving it back and forth and working,
Sure.
and just I have no time, and it's fine, but that's why I'm gonna go live tonight.
Dirt bike.
What's that?
You should document you working on the dirt bike.
I didn't work on it. I literally,
gotcha.
I had a few guys work on it before, but I took it to a professional to fix it. Literally, I called Mesitis, who was just a bike shop around here, and they are the new owners where we bought the bike from. I called them. Right. I called them. They're like, oh yeah, we can schedule you in like October. And I'm like, okay, cool. October comes, and they're like, hey, what's your VIN on your bike? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a 79. Oh, we don't mess with nothing that old. So they gave me a number to some guy, and I'm like, is this like just some guy, or is this like a business? They're like, oh, he's real good on it. Tell him Darren sent you. I'm like, okay. So I call the guy. Turns out it's literally the guy, his dad sold my dad the bike.
Oh, wow.
So he knew everything about it.
That's a pretty insane experience, and the guy knows you guys and all that jazz. It's pretty nuts. Also, I had a similar experience happen too. So I have a shop in my route. It's a Marietta Auto Trim. Okay, so it just so happened to work out that it was the interior shop that did my Civic's interior in the 1989. Same stuff. Also, just so happened, the same guy that worked there. This guy accidentally, when he's putting the headliner in the car, drilled a hole straight through the middle of the roof, right, straight on the outside. So when we did the body work on the car, there's always like a little dimple inside the middle of the roof, almost like a little nub in the top. And it was actually smooth and all stuff. The paint wasn't messed up. And I always wondered why it was there. And after we started doing the body work, sanded off, okay, hey, there's a hole here, a screw hole. That's obviously what it was. And also just so happened to work out, it came out into the store in the wash, like, oh yeah, I remember doing your car, whatever. Like, buddy drilled a hole through the roof. So I showed up the next week, I took a picture of the hole in the roof, like, hey, remember in 1989 when you drilled a hole through the roof of my car or whatever? And he's like, dude, I thought I completely finally outlived that. I was like, oh, well, it's still there, buddy. Like,
You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, I would never forget. You drilled a hole through the roof. Yeah.
That's
That'd
funny.
be crappy. Yeah. But just made me think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got lucky with that. I'm like, at least I'll get it done right. He got it firing. I guess I had my points were dirty. Got my voltage. You're supposed to get 50 volts out of your spark to go to your spark plug. At least for a two-stroke of that year.
Oh, wow.
It was only reading like 2 or 3 volts. So he had to clean those off, adjust that stuff, and now it fires up one kick. So just got to get the little things here and there, and I'm going to get it street ready.
Man.
It'll be fun.
Dude, see, back in Bobby's day when they had those 3-wheelers, it was a different time then. They didn't have helmets, okay? It was just survival of the fittest. The dumb kids, they just didn't make it, okay? So they're just like, go play the 3-wheeler, you go. And then just, nature took its course, okay? And you're like, that's like a broken collarbone and a freaking on wheels.
Times were different. It's like they wanted to give kids motorized vehicles like that.
Yeah,
like
awesome.
Literally, it is weird. Like the bike I have, it was meant for kids. There's an article, get your kids a Christmas gift that'll last for years, and it's literally the bike. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because nowadays everyone's triggered. Oh no, can't do that. Stay on your tablet. That's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
This
different.
one, they're all sheltered now and stuff like that. You know, the same thing. You know, as I'm sure you guys do, Chris. You know, you're Hispanic. I'm sure your family said, "Hey, we're pretty much told to go outside and don't come back till it's dark." Pretty much. And they're like, you need to be within like light distance when the sun comes down. But other than that, like, you want Kool-Aid, we'll get it for you. Like, we'll wash you off from the hose if you come home dirty, but don't come home.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Definitely
nowadays it's
different
not
times.
like that, man. Nowadays it's not like that. Nowadays, you know, you got the kids sitting in the house with the iPad on, and they don't go outside, man. It's, you know.
They were already saying that, like, our generation, though. They're already, like, there was already the difference of, like, our parents and stuff like that. They're like, you know, our parents sent us out all day. We didn't have internet back then. And now we're saying the same exact thing about the generation below us. It's pretty crazy.
Damn kids!
Yeah, damn youngins playing on their internets all day.
I think the only thing it kind of hurts, I mean, there's other things, but I feel like the big one is your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with you can make things come to life now, which is really cool. But the imagination we had is going to definitely be different than what they have.
Oh, dude, I have a twin brother, so I mean, like, we had like battles and wars in the woods and all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
I was playing Tremors. We had guns,
Yeah.
you know.
All kinds of stuff, bro. We got fortunate enough. My neighbors had a pond, and so we had the runoff from the pond, which means we had a creek all the time. So I would just dam up the creek all the time and try to see how deep I could get the water and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
I had some pretty good ones, but pretty much every time like actual downpour rain came, it would just blow my dam away and all that stuff. But
That's it.
I spent a lot of my childhood, digging the creeks and damming stuff up and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Getting your hands dirty.
trying to at least. Yeah, wishing I had the car stereos, plugging speakers up. You know, I had a home radio, just plug in 10 speakers too. Never knew about impedance or anything.
Yep,
Nope.
I remember those days.
Yeah, I don't know
Wire
why I died.
all in series.
I don't know how those radios didn't blow up back in the day, man. I mean,
And they'd be like a glass fuse that screwed in on the back of it and stuff like that on the.
yeah. How did we get away with that stuff? Nowadays, you wire up an amp with too many speakers and the protect. Back in the day, it just shut off for us.
Yeah, you
Shut off
turn
for
it
a
back
second.
off, put it back on, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dummy proof.
You know-
Dummy proof.
it's got to be the home stuff having the higher voltage. I feel like you're just gonna dissipate in the heat. I feel like I don't know.
Maybe they just
I
built
think
things
so.
a little bit better, you know, for what you
Could
were.
be.
There was less cheap stuff out there, if that makes sense. You
Yeah.
know, because you think, you know, a home stereo boombox, you couldn't get one for $20 like you can now. You can buy a Walmart, you know, Great Value Edition boombox.
Sure.
All they had was Sony, you know, JVC, Panasonic, you know, like the name brand stuff. So maybe it just wasn't. There wasn't, you know, Boss audio, but there was, but not how it is today.
Not the same.
Yeah, I had a Sony.
Nope.
I had a Sony home hi-fi system, the one that came with the two side speakers, not even a sub or anything. But man, I hooked up two 12s with like a full range box I had. I hooked it up to that thing. I had it put on the top of one of the cabinets of my bedroom. Banging, man. I thought I was the best in the world.
Oh, dude,
Turn that down.
I got lucky, and I don't know how it was super cheap, but it was like in that era in the early 2000s when you saw the like DVD player home theater receiver combos. There would be like a DVD player plus 5.1, and I hooked up so much crap to this thing and the subwoofer channel. Not even funny, man. But I thought I was doing it. I had 5.1 in my room, and it was just no telling what impedance it was. And I think probably played for a long time. It was one of those things like you gotta leave it 2 clicks below full volume or she cuts off. But I mean, I did that for a long time.
Absolutely.
And then I found out how it was about that time where I started doing that, where I found out a bunch of older car audio was 8 ohms also. That's when I started to learn about impedances, and I'm like, hey, I get some Rockford Punch XLCs that were 8 ohms each. So I was like, bro, I'm going to do this as my left and right on that. And, find some crappy home cabinets, start slapping subs in home cabinets and crap, and it just came over from there.
Right. Absolutely. I know then you take it from the bedroom to the car. It's like, well, I could throw these home shelf speakers in here and actually get more bass in my 10-inch I got in the back that's sealed.
Yeah.
How long will they last?
I did it though, man. I had a Nissan pickup truck and it had a sub in it, but in the center console one I talk about all the time, But
Yeah.
I had 2 rear channels. I had the front door speakers off the radio. I had 2 extra channels that there was no rear speaker stock. I had some 5 1/4 bookshelf speakers, tucked them bad boys behind the seat sideways. Sounded freaking great, bro.
Yeah.
Sounded great. You couldn't tell me otherwise.
How about you, Chris? How many stories you got with the home audio and car audio?
Oh man, I got a lot of stories when it comes to that, bro. I was a tinkerer. I used to, do wiring and stuff, and I made before I even knew that they had an aux jack to RCA like cable. I actually made
You're making
one.
them, yeah. Yeah.
I was making them before I even knew that they had that was a thing, And my uncle was impressed, and he's like, "Oh, Chris is a genius." I'm like, "Oh, I guess it just makes sense to put headphone to RCA. It works."
Oh, for sure. And I'm glad you brought that
Right.
up too. I completely didn't even think about that in like the time of my life. Like what really put two and two together for me is my grandfather had a record player, and the record player's speaker output was actually RCA, like a single RCA jack. So I kind of just like lopped the ends off. I'm like, wait, this is only 2 wires. The speaker's 2 wires. And like, little do you know that you're getting probably like some terrible signal out of it. But yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah,
brought that up. I completely forgot about that.
the record players that they have a phono, they have a single RCA output. It's a mono signal basically.
It's crazy. It's crazy how you learn before the internet just by tinkering
Yeah.
around. Imagination.
And we're still talking. Yeah, and it's exactly what you mean because it's where I'm thinking maybe 2000, 2001 when I'm doing this stuff, and I'm playing like Blueberry Yum Yum CD that I got with my uncle. Having a sub out of the box, just midnight at my house. Everybody's like, "Turn that crap off," and I'm like, "I'm watching the speaker. Get it, dude." I just was infatuated by watching. I was like, early YouTube speaker excursion, speaker flex.
Yeah.
Be,
Some of those videos got like millions of views too,
No, for
and it's
me-
like, wow. Yeah, you guys.
For me was the forums, man. When the forums became a thing, like actual like audio forums and car specific forums, like I had a Beretta GTU, and there was a Beretta forum. Man, I would read through that forum, man, day and night. My grandma's like, why are you doing on the computer so much? I'm like, I'm learning how to work on my car.
Dude, you leave
Yeah.
my lady friends alone out of this deviant. But no, what about Realm of Excursion? You ever use that one? It turned into SMD form, I'm pretty sure.
Realm
You
of
ever use that one?
Excursion.
No, I've never
Yeah,
called
that
that.
was an early car audio one. Realm of Excursion.
I know,
turned
that's-
into SMD.
That's funny you bring up the forums because that's like how
That's
Nick
how I learned a lot of stuff.
invited me to admin, help moderate, like the car audio portion of his forum, the Toys DIY and stuff. And it's hard to navigate. I'm an app guy, you know what I mean? But at one point, that was the way of communication to find out stuff. Even to this day, when you Google something, if you're not YouTubing it, you're reading it from a forum, from someone else having the same question as you, which is crazy. But it's still a thing.
They'll still
is.
make the same post though.
Yeah, like
Nobody uses
RX-7
the search thing.
RX-7 Club was my place.
Yeah, I'm still on Honda Swap. I use Honda Swap. I use it now just to connect to OG members, and then B as a free photo backup that I've backed up photos on for like 10 years now. I'm not even gonna lie, they're still there. So it's like,
Yeah.
I know where they're at.
As long as the server never crashes, they'll be there.
Yeah, I went through one server host change, and I lost everything at the host change at that point. But everything after that, we're good.
Just like MySpace. Where are all my MySpace pictures at? Come on.
I have no idea. I don't. My MySpace is gone. I tried looking for it not long ago.
Yeah, I think they deleted them.
Yeah.
I think they deleted them.
Rest in peace to Mike. We're doing coding for websites on MySpace at 10 years old, 15 years old, or whatever. Now look at this.
Right. I know, that's one thing I liked about MySpace, though. You could put music, background, stuff like that. It was more personal, I guess. But the algorithm wasn't like Facebook.
The thing is, though, we're worried about getting like data mined and stuff like that now. I almost guarantee you we were just like giving them full freaking permission of our data and stuff like that way back then. They were.
Oh, yeah. I
Or
know.
it's
That's, I,
You know
I
what?
think
You know
Facebook
what's-
had a couple
you know what's-
lawsuits from that.
You know what's something that I notice now that you wouldn't notice as much back then? The trolling is on a whole different level now. Like back then, you would get trolled as hard as you get now. If you post some stuff on a Facebook group, man, you get dragged.
There's also, I feel like, been a resurgence of positivity, though, too, man. Like, obviously, unless you're just doing straight up dumb stuff, like you're just being outright rude or disrespectful or something that's, out of line, I feel like there's been a lot of positive people or straight up people just sticking up to people. It's like, hey, don't be a dick. Like, it's being useless. And so it depends on what kind of
that's
coin
true
you're
too.
looking
You're always going to have that one person running their mouth, regardless of what, degree it is, because they're usually filling the void for something, or they're just new in a car audio, and I've been there, and like Scott says, it has simmered down some. It definitely has. And I think that's just with people just learning to get along a little bit better.
Heck yeah. Nice. Man, this went by pretty quick. We got about 14 minutes left. Insane. SEMA's been pretty cool this week. We got the showdown thing that Steve is putting on this weekend. So that should be pretty crazy. The car audio show that's there. Hopefully we get some crazy videos and stuff like that this weekend. Maybe they're killing it today. They're letting them go full volume, I'm pretty sure.
Full tilt boogie.
Yeah. What you guys get into this weekend?
This weekend? What am I doing this weekend? Probably filming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to. It's the only time I can. How about you, Chris?
I got to work this tomorrow. I got to work, which I normally don't. But then Sunday I have off, and I think we're just gonna do like a little cookout here at the crib. Nothing. I'm not gonna work on anything on Sunday, man.
All right, I'll come by. I want steak, Chris. You give me some like Mexican seasoned steak, bro. We'll make.
I'll do you a nice steak. I used to be a butcher, so that's my cup of tea.
Bro. I'll come through. Yeah, I'm ready, bro. Dude, tamales. That's all we need to. I'll take a basket up on the way home. Freeze them. I don't care.
We don't really eat tamales. And coming from a Cuban background, if rice and beans is our thing.
Hey, I like rice and beans too, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a fat boy. I'm starving right now too, man. I've got food coming right now, but I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been working all day. I'm going to show tomorrow. I'm actually on a leave day excursion. I'm taking Joe's truck to a show tomorrow. I'm gonna show off Joe's truck. Yeah. Gonna go.
He's trusting you with the bass knob.
I mean, we're business partners, so it's like, why not now? You know what I mean?
It's either you or him that's going to do it. Either way,
Well, I assure you, I will not play my system as loud as hard as he plays it, because the lows stuff will bother me, but he'll be like full power, like 40,000 watts at 45 hertz, and those subs are just like, get off me. I'm like, they don't like it, but he doesn't care. He'll send it till one dies. He doesn't care at all.
I can't.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is there's like a whole process to like his truck, which I've got it down now. But you got to turn the alternators on when it's running and all that kind of stuff. And there's different switches for all the the gauges and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I got to help him pull out a couple more steps and recon.
Yeah, see, that's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah, we've only done it a couple dozen times now.
No, that's cool though.
I'll go ahead and talk about it here at the end of it, guys. So y'all saw that I'm kicking off my retail store. You guys think about that?
I've been hearing some stuff about it. I didn't know if it was true or not. So let me see what we got here. What's it called?
Doing Southern Thunder Car Audio. We're doing. I'm going to be a Southeast distributor, dealer services, and quite a few different brands. So we've got a couple of things that stay hush hush, but I can go ahead and talk now. We'll be a distributor for Sundown, distributor for Extra Power. And then also taking and working out deals for Def Bonds. I've got DS18 and quite a few others. A good lineup of premium product. It's going to be nuts. And Spark Innovations, we got them signed on. It's going to be super awesome. I'm pretty excited about Spark. It's going to be wicked cool. Get all the, I don't know if you obviously everyone knows who Ed Blesser and Rich Tornado are, but if you haven't, go check out Spark. They make like the most insane stuff. And then I ordered a huge DS18 order today, actually. And we're gonna be doing, I got some stuff to kick off stuff for the holidays for online. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do a pretty good subwoofer giveaway, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do with somebody's gonna get a pretty badass DS18 subwoofer. We're gonna find some way to obviously do it for like growth of like and share the page and like that, like a random number generator or something like that. I'm trying to figure out how to do it fairly to where people can't say anything, and we'll go live and be like, hey, I'm doing this random number generator live, something like that.
Right.
So hopefully it's gonna be insane. We're trying to find a store right now. We're trying to find a store that I can do an 18-wheeler access in so we can do drop-offs and then have a retail storefront. Right now in the surrounding metro Atlanta area, there's a lot of profit, but there's a lot of price tag that goes with it right now. So we're trying to find the right one and work with the realtor to get the price where we want it.
That's crazy. Well, you got your foot in the door, so.
Yeah. Pretty
really not that far from me, Scott. You're not Atlanta?
We're right just north of Atlanta.
You're not that far from me. You're about 4 or 5 hours from me.
Yeah, Power Rod will be eventually on the lineup. They've got to get.
You got to ask the owner though first, right?
Yeah, there's a team on that. I'm a smaller role in that. And I'm moving to a smaller role in that. So the.
No.
I'm still part of Power Rock. It's not a thing on that. Just it's time for me to do my own thing also. But yeah, we've got to get back to shipping and stuff like that, being more close to normal and pricing more to normal. That's one thing I wanted to diversify myself. Was because right now, I'm just getting beat to death on, we need this in stock, we need this in stock, we need this in stock. And I want to do stuff I'm passionate about. It's like why I did this to begin with. It's like this diversifies me from being a one brand man. So it's like this what this podcast is for me. And then the retail sales also does that. To focus on supporting the Southeast region for the United States and Atlanta and surrounding areas. And then I can love and talk about and be about other brands too and sell them and enjoy it. Let them worry about keeping stuff in stock. You know what I mean?
Seems almost like what you wanted to do from the beginning.
I think so. It's been working out. It's been a blessing, dude. I feel like it's just everything's falling into place. Blessings back to back, man. And people reach out to us that want to do business with us, and they're just happy to. It's just mind-boggling and humbling at the same time. I don't really want to ramble on it, but it's been very awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I like how you got Spark too,
great.
because he fills in the gaps for all the other stuff, like melee accessories and stuff. I want the Omi. I feel like that'd be perfect even for my testing, so I could just flip a switch, different impedance, all that kind of fun stuff.
The cool thing on it too is like, Vickers is still in. I know Mark Vicker. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, you worked from the '90s. That's sick. Yeah, I deal with Sound Sensation. I'm there every Friday. I'm their Snap-on dealer too. My Snap-on route's in Marietta right there. And Mark Vicker is a great guy. I get a lot of my use and abuse stuff from him. They take out the cars and stuff like that. And they've got Vickers distribution there. That's a different market we're catering for. They take and cater to installations for daily vehicles. It's mostly prefab stuff like that. I'm catering to premium product. Not saying it's all huge big ticket items, but there's a difference between a cheap product and a quality inexpensive product. You know what I mean? Just same thing with kicker and stuff like that. So just trying to get everyone out there with quality stuff.
Awesome, man.
Chris got some headphones. So you're gonna go back on those. I was talking about those before the show. Which headphones are those, Chris?
Hi-Fi. I've had these, man, but I didn't have a computer to use that had Bluetooth capability. So now I actually have a set of functioning Bluetooth headphones. These are the Sony MDR 905 noise canceling headphones.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Y'all can start 14.4 volt can start doing inventory orders tomorrow. I'll send you guys my information. You guys can do a dealer purchase. That'd be great. You'll do a big purchase from Hi-Fi, do a big purchase from me. You guys can be one of our first dealers, if you guys want to present it.
They're the guys to do it.
Yeah, Kelly's still down there. Yeah, he's a good dude. I like them both. Kelly runs the downstairs. They're great guys. Mark's a cool guy. I know Mark better than Kelly.
We gotta have RVH on sometime. He's been hiding in the shadows. He's been hiding. We need to have him on.
He's showing his face now too, so might as well go ahead and put it on video, buddy. We'll talk about some old school stuff. I didn't know you were a Georgia boy too up here. We can talk about it.
Yeah, it seems like everyone lives down south. I gotta do something.
Heck yeah. We're wrapping up. We got about 5 minutes left, guys. It's been a good show. I'm glad we're getting obviously more and more people chiming in the chats. Like it's been pretty great. Yeah, we'll definitely link up RVH if he's interested. That is, we're not going to push him, but that'd be a cool guest to have. I'd love to interview, pick your brain for about 30 minutes, and talk about bullcrap after that. Yeah. We got Scrapyard Base Wars next week. Talk about that. So, all right, so we got Hi-Fi in here. We're going to gather together 3 of us. So, and I think Hi-Fi is going to join as a contestant. So we're going to take together 3 builds: truck, SUV, and shallow truck builds. $500 budget per each build. We take and get together sub box and amp, and then we got 4 of us, and we'll have 4 competitors and 1 judge. It's going to be freaking yeah, exactly. Woo. We got some knucklehead coming in next week. He's going to be a competitor also. So we'll take and Scrapyard Base Wars, pretty cool concept. We'll take and get the 3 builds, like I said, $500 each. We'll have a judge. Yeah, it's next week, Deviant. They're scored on collectability, performance, and output. Am I correct, Andy? How do you want to do? We'll gather together something along those lines.
Yeah, that sounds about what we did last time, and I think Vega will be able to, he's the judge, right? Vega's judging, right?
No, Vega's contestant. We're gonna have.
Who's judging? Who's judging?
Probably
Casey?
my buddy Tate Thornhill is probably gonna join. He's a pretty good cardio guy.
Awesome. Awesome.
You can get Dave on here too. Dave would be a good competitor in it, or judge too, either one. But,
I feel like you got to have more than just SPL in mind, rarity and condition.
So we'll hammer out the details over the weekend to get them to the competitors and the judge get it all like on the same page. But we should have a pretty wicked episode this next week. And Chris, if you want to join on for a plug with you, like obviously you can join in on it, bro. We can do this, make it happen.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let me know, man. You know, I'm always, I'm not gonna say always, but I'm pretty usually available on Friday night. So just let me know.
Yeah, we could take in or like I said, if you'd like to be a if you'd like to judge it, that'd be awesome too. We'll figure it out though. It's gonna be fun though. I'm excited for it. I'll be back to work, and we've done laid back episodes the last 2 weeks because I was about to go on vacation, and this week I'm on vacation, so we can bring back the quality of the episodes, starting next week, and put some effort towards overall quality of the episodes. I guess not like they're bad.
I think we do pretty good. Just eyeballing it.
Are you gonna do live after the show, Andy, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live. Yeah, because I didn't get a video this week, and I was like, I didn't do it last week. I was having camera problems. Yeah, I'll go live. I'll see what I'm gonna do. Probably like a Q&A and stuff like what and when got you in a car audio, stuff like that. Just to talk to the people. If you guys want to come on, I'd be more than happy to bring you guys on. Or if you're busy, no problem.
I'm gonna eat food. I'm gonna join in the chat. Is what I'm gonna do.
Sounds good.
Drop some SQ systems. So if you want to get a lead on it, it's no destination limit. It's just on Facebook Marketplace, sub box and $500. Trunk, SUV, and shallow. So just take a screenshot the images, throw them together on a picture of like, hey, here's my trunk build. It's got the 3 images. You just got to show the photo of it's got to be a real photo, so it can't be like a generic website photo. So it's got to be somebody's real photo, and it's obviously got to be $500 or less per one. So, yeah.
I heard 2 solo X18s are going to be for like $300. 2 solo X18s.
Yeah, it's going to be funny. Andy's wife's going to post up her bill for $500. Yeah.
Yep. Whole thing.
We'll be keeping an eye on that. Keep an eye for you, buddy.
Damn it. No, it's fun though because you can find some pretty good stuff in the scrap.
Dude, I got that freaking Sundown SA V1 V1 SA at Vickers. In the scrap bin, there was nothing wrong with it. I got it for freaking $10 at a busted dust cap. All I'm gonna do is glue a dust cap to it, and you're like, bro, this is like not that's a crazy high-end subwoofer like that, but somebody if they were picking around for a budget, dude, they could have had a Sundown SA10 for $10, dude. That's a lot of sub for $10.
I was gonna say, isn't that like a $200-300 sub or something like that?
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm gonna try the chrome on the bottom plate's got some like corrosion on it. I'm gonna try to hit it with like a Brillo pad really fine.
Wow.
Scratch it so I can get the chrome polish back.
Right.
Yeah. Your webcam's dying now, so luckily right at the hour
I was
mark.
gonna say, did you see that? That's actually the GoPro. Usually this is the good one. Might be the internet connection, dude. I just don't have a good processing laptop to begin with, and then every other thing, That's why I got my other camera as a backup, and I'm gonna use that one for my live.
Dave, hit me
it's
up
sad
first,
you
I'll
gotta
take
do it.
screenshots. In all reality, we've had it happen a couple times. Because we don't try not to discuss it till the day of. Sometimes we've ended up having the same sub or the same amp stuff like that as part of the get go. Luckily,
Yeah, especially you guys, because you're a little bit closer. I'm Timbuktu, so.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, I need to go visit the junk bin. I call it the used and abused section downstairs. And they're like, "What are you doing, Scott?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go check out the ex-girlfriend section downstairs. I'll be back in a minute if I want anything." Heck yeah, that's what's up. Boom, boom, boom. I love that everyone in the whole audio community, they're like, Dave popped up out of nowhere as an old school collector out of the blue, right? And now all they talk about is his wife. Like, we get it. She's a nice lady, guys. Like, very nice lady. And I called her a bot.
Terrible.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, you can sling some amps. Get Larissa. You gonna get a collection you want to undo? She's gotta be like, amp for sale, bro. I bet you'll unload them puppies, bro. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, guys, we're at the hour mark. It's been Rolling Thunder, episode 23. Catch on Andy's channel down here, Living Loud with Andy. I'm assuming on that and Facebook to see him live. He's doing his after show he does on most Fridays. Chris, I appreciate your time, buddy. Great. I'm glad to have you on.
No problem, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I always appreciate it. Andy, my dog, I'm going to come bug you in a minute in the chat. Take him on eat my Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple does go on pizza, boys. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and sit here awkwardly until this thing ends, guys. Episode 23. Appreciate everyone's time, Chris. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.